are welcome in math class, and today my topic is circle. I will discuss circles and all its relevant terms so that there will be no problem to do the solves related to it. Now circle is a plane figure. How do we define? Let us see. If a point moves in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point in the same plane is constant, then the path followed by the point P is called circle. This path is followed by the moving point P such that the distance of the point P from the fixed point O, which lies in the same plane, is constant, then this path is known as circle. Am I clear? But it is very interesting to note that center O and this constant distance, the fixed point is known as center, and the constant distance is known as radius. Center and radius are not the part of the circle. We take here only to define the circle. Okay. Now next, you can see that what is the example of circle. You say here bangle I have in my hand. Bangle is an example of circle. Okay. Ring is an example of circle. Now, what is radius? You know, the constant distance is known as radius. And the word radius is used in two senses. First, it is used in the sense like a line segment, OP. And it is also used in sense of the length. It is used in the sense of first line segment, your OP is line segment, and it is used in the sense of the length. Now, come to circumference. What is circumference? The length of this complete circle is called circumference. The length of this complete circle this complete is called circumference. Of the circle. Am I clear? Now next, chord. What is chord? Now come to the term chord, which is very, very important. A chord is a line segment joining any two points of the circle. Here A and B are the points lying on the circle. So, and the line segment AB joins A and B. So AB is called chord of the circle. So we can define a line segment joining any two points of a circle E called a chord of a circle. Now other terms comes diameter. Okay, diameter is also a chord, but it passes through the center. So we can say that a chord passing through the center, passing through the center of a circle is called diameter of the circle. And so you can say that diameter is the longest chord. We can say that diameter is the longest Thales was the first mathematician who proved that the diameter bisects the circles, means it divides the circles into two parts. Now you can say how many diameters are there in a circle? There are infinitely many diameters in a circle. Now there is a relation between circumference and diameter. Let us see. Whatever may the size of the circle be, it is just a sketch. Suppose the circumference is C1, its circumference is C2, and the circumference of the circle is C3. And diameter of the circle is, suppose we denote it by D1, and the circumference of the circle we denote it by D2, and suppose the circumference of the circle is D3. It is found that circumference bears a constant ratio with diameter. I mean to say that C1 by D1 is equal to C2 by D2 is equal to C3 by D3. Likewise for many circles, and this is constant, and it was denoted by a Greek letter pi. It was found that this value was an irrational number whose approximate value is 22 by 7. So now for a suppose now we go to generalize. It means C by D is equal to pi in general. So it means C is equal to pi d. It is an important relation between a circumference and diameter of a circle. Now, let us see number of circles passing through the points. Suppose there is a point in the plane and we are asked that how many circles can pass. Our answer is infinitely many circles. In this way, so if you wish, then you can draw many circles through a single point in a plane. Now, when we are asked that how many circles can pass through two different points, let us see. Suppose there is a point A and there is a point B, and we have to tell that how many circles will pass through A as well as B. Listen. First of all, draw its perpendicular bisector. And you know how to draw the perpendicular bisector. Suppose it is L. Clearly, every point lying on L, that is on perpendicular bisector, are having the same distance, equal distance from these two points A and B. So, if you suppose it is P, if you consider P as center and AP as radius, then you can draw the circles. We will passing through AB. Now, if we take a point, suppose here, if P comes here, then again this PA is equal to PB, and if you take this point P as center and PA is radius, okay, you can also draw the another circles. So I mean to say that in a plane from two different points, infinitely many circles can pass. Now the third question: if we are having 3 points in a plane, how many circles can pass? When we say that 3 points, then you are having 2 scope. Either they are collinear or they are non-collinear. Now, A, B, C. Think cautiously. If we pass through a circle A, and B, then C is left. If we pass the circles then the circle passes through B and C, but A is left. And when we pass through the circle through A and A, B and C, if we pass the circle through A and C, B is left. So we can say that no circle will pass through 3 collinear points. No circle will pass through 3 collinear points. Now the last option, how many circles can be drawn through 3 non-collinear points? Let us see. Let us say A, B, C are 3 non-collinear points. Now, draw perpendicular bisector of BC. Draw perpendicular bisector of AB. And draw perpendicular bisector of AC. Certainly they will pass through a single point. And now this point P is equidistant from these three vertices. So we can say that if we take P as center and PA as radius, then a circle can pass through ABC. And this circle will be unique. Now only two terms are left, segment and sector. What is sector and what is segment? A region of a circular region bounded by two radii and an arc is called sector. This is called sector. It is bounded by two radii and this arc. Okay, and suppose this angle is theta and the radius is r, then its area is theta by 360 into pi r square. And the length of this arc L is given by theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Last one. A region bounded by a chord and either of the arc. It is a chord and it is an arc. So this region is also called segment of the circle, and this is also called segment of the circle. But what are the differences? This is major segment. Major segment of the circle, and while it is minor segment of the circle. In the same way, this is minor sector, and this one this is major sector. And let us see its formula. Suppose it is center and the angle is theta. This is theta and r. Then the area of the segment is, let us know the formula, theta by 360 into pi r square minus 1 by 2 r square sin theta. This much only, if you like, then. Okay? If you like, then send me your response. Okay?